Earth is round, but it appears to be flat, since it's much bigger than us. To see the curving surface of the Earth, you have to climb very high into the sky. Geographers have developed different means of representing the Earth on a smaller scale to make its study easy. Two important tools that we use for this purpose are globes and maps. Globe. The globe is a smaller scaled Earth. It shows us the shape and location of the continents, oceans, countries, and the location of the important cities. We can only see half the globe at one time. However, you can turn the globe around to see the other half. Globe can be turned around a line passing through it. This line is called the axis. Axis is not straight. It is tilted at an angle of 23.5. The Earth constantly rotates or turns around its axis of rotation. The axis of rotation of the globe is similar to that of the Earth. Poles. The two endpoints of the axis of rotation are called the poles. To the north is the North Pole, and to the south is the South Pole. Hemispheres. Equator midway between the poles is an imaginary line circling the Earth. Is called the equator. Equator divides the Earth into two equal halves called the hemispheres. To the north of the equator is the northern hemisphere, and to the south of the equator is the southern hemisphere. Latitudes and longitudes. Latitudes. Latitudes are the horizontal lines which are drawn parallel to the equator and go around the Earth. Latitudes and longitudes are marked in 0 degree and 0 minutes. Features. Latitudes run parallel to each other in the east-west direction. They are at an equal distance from each other. All of them form complete circles except the north and south poles, which are point. The latitudes decrease in length as you move from the equator to the poles. The equator is marked 0 degree. The North Pole is 90 degree. North and South Pole is 90 degree. Thus, the latitude of a place tells us how far north or south a place is from the equator. Important latitudes. Equator. Poles. Tropic of Cancer at 23.5 degree north. Arctic Circle at 66.5 degree north. Tropic of Capricorn at 23.5 degree south. Antarctic Circle at 66.5 degrees south. Longitudes. The lines of the longitudes are the semicircles that run from one pole to other pole. They run in a true north-south direction. They are spaced farthest apart at the equator and come together to a point at the poles. The latitude and the longitude cut each other at right angles. Longitudes are marked in 0 degree and 0 minutes. Features. The longitude running through the Old Royal Observatory at Greenwich near London is marked 0. It is called the Greenwich Meridian or the Prime Meridian. There are 360 degree of longitude, 180 degree of longitude east of the Prime Meridian, the 180 degree east and 180 degree west longitudes meet and form a single line on the opposite side of the world, called the International Date Line.